I came across this case while combing through family fraud records. One short report caught my attention. It said, "Male found dead in an abandoned farmhouse. No foul play suspected." The man's name was Michael Hayes. The words seemed simple, but the story behind them wasn't. Michael had uncovered a truth that erased 38 years of his life. What follows is everything I could gather, from police notes, witness statements, and a letter that began, "They were never mine, but they were my life." Before any of this, Michael was a young man with big plans. He wanted to be an engineer, to build something that would last. Then he met Sarah. People said she was magnetic, the kind of woman who made quiet men forget their dreams. When she told him she was pregnant, he didn't hesitate. He left school, married her, and took a job at the steel plant. "Dreams can wait," he once said. "Families can't." Every scar on his hands was proof of love. Michael and Sarah had 3 daughters, Emma, Lisa, and Claire. Neighbors called them the perfect family. He built swings, attended every recital, fixed every toy. In almost every photo stood another figure, Paul Reynolds, Michael's childhood friend and next-door neighbor. Uncle Paul, the girls called him. To Michael, Paul wasn't a friend. He was family. For decades, nothing seemed wrong. Michael worked late. Sarah kept the home. They shared quiet breakfasts, laughed about the kids, and lived a life most would envy. There were no arguments, no late-night calls, no signs of betrayal. He once told a co-worker, "Sarah's the calm in all my storms." And she was. For 38 years, she gave him no reason to doubt her. That's what makes what came next so hard to believe. It started as curiosity. Emma ordered a DNA kit to learn about their heritage. The results came back blank on her father's side. Thinking it was a mistake, she tried again. Same result. Her sisters tested too. Each report said the same thing. No biological link to their father. The system listed the paternal line as undetermined. They didn't tell their parents. For weeks, the secret hung over them like a storm that would never break. Claire, the youngest, was the first to break. She went to her father's room one night and told him everything. The tests, the confusion, the fear. He didn't get angry, he just listened. After a long silence, he asked, "If it's true, then who?" Claire could only say, "We don't know." He looked at her and whispered, "Then I'll wait for the truth." By morning, he was gone. When Michael didn't come home that night, Sarah told herself he was just cooling off. But as hours passed, fear replaced denial. The girls begged her to tell them what was wrong. She tried to hold it together. She tried to keep the story buried, but guilt has a way of forcing its way out. Finally, Sarah broke. Through tears, she told them their father wasn't their father. Paul, the man they'd called uncle their entire lives, was the one. She swore it had only happened once, during a time when she and Michael barely spoke. She said it was a mistake, a secret she thought would die with her. But it was another lie. All 3 children were Paul's. She'd known for years. Every birthday, every family photo, every "Daddy, I love you." She carried that truth inside her, pretending it didn't exist. And now, the lies she'd built her life on had finally devoured it. Hours later, police found Michael's car near an old farmhouse. His jacket was folded neatly on the seat. A family photo lay beside it, torn in half. And in the glove compartment, a note, "They were never mine, but they were my life." Michael Hayes was found dead behind the wheel. He had taken his own life. The man who spent 38 years loving children that were never his, died believing he was never enough. Paul was brought in for questioning. He didn't deny it. He just stared at the table, the sound of the rain the only thing filling the room. Officers said he looked like a man who'd finally run out of lies. What Sarah never told him was that the children were his. Every one of them. He had slept with her for years while calling Michael his brother, while smiling across the fence, while sharing their dinners and birthdays. It wasn't one mistake. It was a life built on them. Every laugh, every thank you, every friendly slap on the shoulder was another nail in a coffin they were both building for the man who trusted them most. And when the truth finally reached him, there was nothing left inside him but the echo of that trust breaking. There were no charges to file, no justice left to seek, just the silence that follows when two people trade love for comfort and call it forgiveness. A month later, Paul left town. No one saw him pack. No one said goodbye. Some say he went to the coast. Others say he still drives the back roads at night, headlights cutting through the fog, whispering names he can never say aloud. Maybe he's searching for forgiveness. Or maybe he's just trying to forget the sound of his best friend's laughter. The sound of the man he betrayed for years. The daughters never forgave their mother. Time moved on. But forgiveness never came. Every year on the same quiet day, they return to the farmhouse. They never go inside. They just leave flowers by the door, where their father's car once stood. The wood has rotted, the windows are broken, but inside it still smells faintly of rain and motor oil, as if he just left. Locals say that when the wind moves through those shattered rooms, you can hear footsteps pacing slowly across the floorboards. And sometimes a car engine starting in the distance, then fading into silence. Some say it's just the wind, others say it's him, still waiting for the family that was never his, and never really gone. Some truths destroy families, others keep haunting those who survive them.